AITA for proposing to my GF at my brother's wedding and posting it on social media? My brother and his wife got married last week. It was a big beach wedding with about 100 people, while the bride and groom were doing their photo shoot that took an hour. The guests were walking down the beach, having some snacks that were served, talking to each other, etc. We were waiting for the dinner to be served and just killing time. My GF and I have been together for 10 years and have a kid together. Marriage just never came up. We are both really not the romantic type. When our son was born, I jokingly told her I'd propose to her on a beach at sunset someday. So after the wedding we were walking down the beach. We were alone. No one was even paying any attention to us at all because there were 100 people there. I just asked her, "So, beach at sunset, will you marry me?" She said. We had a good laugh, took a selfie together and slowly walked back to the site of the reception. We haven't told anyone we are getting married yet. It will be a courthouse wedding anyway. 2 days ago my GF posted that selfie on her social media, tagged me and wrote a caption, "Finally marrying the love of my life," and a sunset beach proposal. Now everyone who knows us knew it was a sarcastic caption and knew it was more a joking post than anything else. Brother and Sil called us very upset hours after that post. Sil said we ridiculed their wedding with our post. Brother said I'm in awe for proposing at someone else's wedding. AITA? The whole reason you shouldn't propose at someone's wedding is because the attention should be on the bride and groom and because it would be rude, insensitive, etc. to steal the attention from them. If you and your now fiancé were alone, didn't tell anyone until after the wedding and literally nobody knew about the engagement at the time, therefore you didn't steal any attention from the ones getting married, then I would say NTA. I was ready to say you're the asshole, but you didn't propose in front of everybody. You didn't announce it at the reception and you waited 2 days to post it, so NTA. Sil is the one who is ridiculous here. I was getting ready to vote YTA for selfishly using someone else's special day to make your proposal. But after reading the whole post, NTA. You didn't announce it at the time and take attention away from the newlyweds. You didn't do it in front of a bunch of people. You didn't even tell anyone. You just quietly went about your business. And even the social media post came days after the wedding. Brother and Sil are being laughable at their ludicrous notion that something they didn't even know had happened until days later has somehow retroactively ruined their wedding. 2 days ago my GF posted that selfie on her social media, tagged me and wrote a caption, "Finally marrying the love of my life," and a sunset beach proposal. Now everyone who knows us knew it was a sarcastic caption. Sil said we ridiculed their wedding with our post. That is where I got the mocking context from. I know that they aren't mocking the new couple, but being sarcastic about romantic proposals could be taken by the couple as being towards them since it happened on the day of their wedding. YTA. It isn't necessarily about proposing during the wedding. It's about how your GF captioned the photo, which is clearly what your Sil is upset about, and likely part of your brother's feelings too. It was a sarcastic caption mocking the cheesy romantic proposal, the exact kind of wedding your brother and Sil had. You were making a mockery of their wedding. You're not an asshole for proposing, but you are an asshole for not understanding the deep shade your GF is throwing at her to be Sil and your brother in their wedding. If you don't like cheesy romantic displays, so be it, but don't be an asshole to people who do, especially less than a week after they get married. I think you guys are dorks. Are you like weird hipsters who do things ironically? YTA. Mostly for having an extremely lazy proposal for your girlfriend of 10 years. Mid-wedding. Between ceremony and reception is the middle. Not after. During someone else's event. And just casually asking? 10 years is a very long time. Even if you're going to be casual about your own wedding, you should have put in more effort in making it more special for her. Also, yeah, I don't think you should ever propose at someone else's wedding. Even if nobody knows about it. It's the principle of it. You had any other day to do it. From the title, I was prepared to think you were in awe. I even thought, who knows of the existence of the AITA sub and doesn't know that it is not okay to propose at someone else's wedding. But then I read your post. You're not supposed to propose at someone else's wedding because it takes attention away from the bride and groom. You didn't do that. No one else at the wedding even knew that you had proposed. It was just a sweet, private moment between you and your soon-to-be wife. Definitely NTA for the proposal. As for your fiancé's FB post, I don't actually understand how that would retroactively ruin their day or how it ridiculed anything. It was an inside joke between the two of you. If they decided to somehow twist that to make it about themselves, that's on them. NTA, you don't propose at someone's wedding because it takes the attention off of the bride and groom. But you didn't. There wasn't a formal proposal with a show and a ring. You privately asked a question and posted about it days later. There isn't anything wrong here. You didn't intrude or make their moment about you. You didn't even have a ring for anyone to notice. I don't understand why they are even getting upset. Now everyone who knows us knew it was a sarcastic caption and knew it was more a joking post than anything else. So, you're not getting married and you really didn't propose? I don't get what the joke part is about this. You took a time that should be about your brother and Sil and made it about you and your partner. I hope Sil doesn't announce a pregnancy days after your wedding and make your event a thing of the past. YTA for a couple things. But for me the biggest move was waiting 10 years to propose to that woman and then making your proposal an afterthought to your brother's wedding. Info. I think you are being deliberately vague on this. What do you mean by being after the wedding, yet the 100 people are still there? Do you mean after the ceremony but during the reception? Or do you mean after literally everything is over? Soft YTA. And the FB post is literally exactly why you don't propose at someone else's wedding. Regardless of how you want to frame it, you will forever have taken their day and made it about you. Telling the story. It's impossible to leave it out. Yeah, you let them have the day. But now it will always be remembered as both their wedding day and your engagement. Especially because your fiancé went public with it. If you both kept your mouths shut, then NTA. But you couldn't, so you both are ta. Need more info. Do you live near a beach or was this a destination wedding? I mean, of all the ways to propose at someone else's wedding, this is probably the least tacky. Still, you'd think that in 10 years together, you could have found a different occasion. Soft YTA. YTA. You announced your engagement on social media about 5 days after their wedding. Your brother and Sil probably haven't even had a chance to post their own wedding photos yet. And don't make a comment about the silliness of posting wedding photos on social media since you posted an engagement photo and announced that on social media. It's too close to your brother's event to be posting and announcing your own engagement. Like you said, you don't have a date picked out, so there was no rush to announce. Also, you are in awe for proposing at your brother's wedding. Even though you didn't do it publicly at the event, it's known now there's your proposed at the wedding. So every time people talk about your brother's wedding, you are now inserted into the story. So, because you proposed, you make it sound like the hour did photos in unheard of. That's the way weddings work and the reason why there is a cocktail hour before the rest of the reception with the bride and groom. Don't like it? Don't go. And it's even worse that the post was sarcastic because your brother did have a sunset beach wedding and that's what you made fun of on social media. You had a lot of different choices you could have made. Sorry, mate. But, yes. YTA. Even if you didn't propose during the wedding ceremony, you still proposed at your brother's wedding. You could have done it literally anywhere else but there. He's probably thinking you did this on purpose. And even if you didn't, it looks like you did. Soft YTA. It's tacky to propose at someone else's wedding and your excuse about how you told her you would propose on the sunset one day doesn't change that. Why didn't you take her to a beach to propose before this wedding? It's like you took advantage of someone else's romantic moment to give your partner a half-ass proposal. I don't fully understand the end where you say your partner made a joke saying you proposed to her on a beach but it was clearly supposed to be a joke? Didn't that actually happen? How is that a joke if it actually happened? Info. What's the joke in her sarcastic caption? Further info. Even if you're not very romantic people, don't you think your now fiancé might have appreciated just a little more thought than, gee, we've got some time to kill. Maybe I'll propose, ouch. YTA. Here's why. You made a big deal about pointing out how you don't care about being married, etc. Never came up. And who have a kid? Really? Kinda feels like who proposed at the wedding to go against the socially acceptable norm of not doing that. And then you say the caption on the selfie was a joke? How? Because it seemed to normal. Get over yourself. Maybe apologize too. For the record, I am not into adhering to all social norms. But being kind to people you care about is great. Soft YTA. Since you didn't make a big scene. But don't propose at someone else's wedding unless Toot got permission from the bride and groom beforehand. You have 364 other days to make a proposal.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.